Oh, so I'm gathering things up, getting ready to get my workout in today. I've got a couple different workouts to do, and that's one of the things I wanted to mention today is that it's always important to check back with connect.garmin.com on your training plan, because if you rely solely on either your watch or maybe your smartphone or your tablet to look at the app, you might miss out on some scheduled workouts. And so today I've got 2 that are scheduled. I'm supposed to do some cross training for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna do a recovery run for 30 minutes with 10 minutes to cool down. But if I was looking just at my smartphone or again, my tablet, relying on the app, it's gonna leave out the cross training piece of it. So trying to get myself into the habit more often to check connect.garmin.com to make sure that I'm not missing any of the workouts like the cross training that's scheduled for today. And then along those lines, and I'm gonna log into my app here a little bit to look at the format for the recovery run. And I just want to mention that this is one of the few times where I've seen where they specify a heart rate. So the workout is to run for 30 minutes, and it says custom heart rate to keep it in zone 2 or easy. Now that's something that I have struggled with, and it's kind of a mental thing, right? So oftentimes when I'm trying to keep my heart rate low and I'm going out for an easy run or a recovery run like this, and I know that I'm supposed to keep my heart rate down, what happens, at least from time to time anyway, is on my watch when I'm running and I'm going at that slower pace, it'll pop up like -1, maybe 10 minutes in. And psychologically, I'm thinking, oh, I'm not really getting much of a workout. So it's harder for me to try to keep my paces or keep my heart rate down when I see that, because the competitive nature in me wants to push, even though I'm not supposed to, And I'm going to be better off if I don't. So that's something that I just struggle with from time to time, is that mental part of it. Knowing what I'm supposed to do, but really staying true to that and doing it. So to help me today, because it is focused on heart rate specifically, keeping it in that zone 2, that easy zone, is I had to go in and change the data field or on my data screen that comes up on my watch, because I didn't have my heart rate coming up as just part of the metrics that I run with. So I went ahead and I changed that. I opened up the data screen and changed the data fields to add the heart rate, so that when I look down at my watch now, and I'll be checking my watch quite a bit today during that recovery run to ensure that I'm keeping it easy. Now that might mean that I have to even walk a bit, and that's okay. That's okay, because I'm going to do what it takes to kind of keep my heart rate in that lower heart rate easy zone. So I'm going to be shooting for as a mark somewhere around, maybe the high 130s, low 140s, and they'll still keep me in the zone. I'll be happy if I can keep it in zone 2. All right, to get all this done, I am going to head out to my state park again, and I'm taking my mountain bike. So I'm going to do 30 minutes on my mountain bike, and then I will immediately move into my recovery run. Now, if this were a 2-a-day that had 2 runs scheduled, I wouldn't do it that way. I wouldn't go back to back. I would try to separate them out by as much time as I could. But because it's 2 different types of workouts, I don't think that there's going to be any issue, and there might even be some benefit to doing them back to back. So I'm going to do 30 minutes on my bike, and then I'll have a little bit of a break, because I'll load my bike back up on my car and then get around and then go out for 30 minutes, 30-minute recovery run with 10 minutes to cool down. And for the recovery run, and even on my bike, so I'm not taking separate shoes, I'm going to be wearing the Hoka Gaviota 5s again today, because I want to continue to put some miles in those, because I haven't done a running shoe review of that one. I did a walking shoe review because I wasn't able to run in them at the time that I purchased them, so I want to get enough miles in so I can talk a little bit about what it's like to run in them. Okay, so that's the plan for today. I'm going to go load up my car and get on the road, and I'll take you guys along with me for the ride. All right. Oh, I got to get some water in my hydration vest today. Yesterday I forgot it. Oh, what a pain. All right, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to start loading up my mountain bike. All right, let's get into it.
right, so we are off. We got 30 minutes of cross training to do. I am going to basically stick to the same trails I've been running on recently. I'm not going to try to go out to the island. It's going to be way too muddy for that. But I'm going to make a straight shot basically around the lake and back and see what that gets me in terms of time. I might have to do that a couple times to get my 30 minutes in, because it's really not that far down to around to the other side of the lake, if I can get my words out today. All right, let's get this cross training session underway. Here we go. Now I'm going to try to just keep it at a moderate. So I'm not, moderate workout. I'm not going to try to go really hard, but not too easy either. So just kind of in that mid-range for this first 30 minutes of our workouts for today. The loose gravel does make it a little easier to get up to a moderate level, because it's just a little harder to pedal in. But it's perfect for the workout that I want to do today. If I was sticking around town, riding on concrete and pavement, it's a whole lot easier to do that. But that makes it harder to get a moderate style workout in without coming up out of the saddle a lot. All right. Maybe we'll see some deer today. That's always nice. I do enjoy that. I almost always see turkeys and squirrels out here. In the summer months, I see a lot more deer. I don't know where they're hiding out right now, but maybe we'll come across a few. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but I got a dog that just popped out. These old boys up here, they train rabbit dogs. They don't hunt themselves, but they love to train them. So they're out working them today. Hey fellas. I should have brought some sunglasses, not because it's sunny, but because the cold air is making my eyes water. So my 30 minutes is up. It's actually been 31 minutes, but that's close enough. So let's go put the mountain bike away, and we'll go get our 30-minute recovery run in, and take 10 minutes cool down after that, and that'll wrap it up for today. 30 minutes went by pretty fast. It's kind of nice to be able to break up your training like this. It does seem to make the time go by quick. So I got my mountain bike put away back in the car, and I'm headed out to get that recovery run in, as I've mentioned several times already. So just kind of walking up to the trailhead like I normally like to do. It's also giving my heart rate a chance to come back down, because it did get up there a little bit on my mountain bike. So I want to start with basically a clean slate for the recovery run. All right, we will see you when I get into the run. We'll talk a little bit during that 30 minutes. So for now, I'm gonna let you go. So I'm doing my best to try to stay in the green, but it's pretty tough. At times I have to almost walk like I am now. Boy, who would have thought that trying to run slow would be so hard? I guess I shouldn't say running slow is hard. Trying to keep my heart rate down, that's the tricky part. At least it is for me. So far so good, but I have had to slow down almost to a walk to try to keep it in the green. So I just got buzzed on my watch that said I was basically my heart rate was too high for the workout. even though I was going at a pretty slow, steady pace, I was going up a bit of a hill. And of course that will raise your heart rate. Just that in itself. So I had to stop and walk for a second because they said I was too high. Got to get back into the range. And a bit is because of the hill that I'm coming up right now. So it says I'm back in range. All right, we're back in business. Woo! So I'm in the 10-minute cool down phase now. You know, I think I did pretty well. I did what I had to do. Tried to keep my heart rate down, try to keep it in zone 2. Oh, so workout is complete. 3.91 miles, 10:43 mile pace. But more importantly than those numbers is I think I did a good job of honoring the workout intent. And that was to keep my heart rate into zone 2. It is a customized heart rate zone monitor that comes up on this workout. So that made it really easy. You know, as I mentioned out on the run, for me to know when I was getting my heart rate up too high. And oftentimes, I would say probably, 90% of the time when that was happening, it's because I was going uphill a little bit. But I was keeping my stride, my cadence low, just doing the best I could to try to stay in the zone, but I think I did it. I think I did it pretty well. There were several times that it said it was too high, but I would stop and walk for a minute until it said I was back in range, or at least slow up my pace depending on the circumstance, and then continue on. All right, so that's it for my workouts for today. So we had a little bit of yoga this morning, followed by some cross training, a little bit of mountain biking out here, same trails, and then my recovery run. Woo! Feels good to have her done today. All right, tomorrow is a rest day. Tomorrow's a rest day, it's Saturday. So I'll definitely take advantage of that. I'll still be doing my yoga in the morning. If I don't, I can't get around the rest of the day. But other than that, we'll see you on Sunday, which I think is going to be some speed work, I believe. Not 100% positive, but I think it's going to be doing a little bit of speed work. All right, you guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you, as always. Run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Sunday. See you on Sunday.